Hi, my name is Gavin O'Sullivan. This is my story from childhood straight up to high school. Please sit back and relax and enjoy my journey to success. My life. Today I am blind, but I didn't start life that way. I still remember what my mom looks like. She's beautiful not only inside but outside too. I remember the look of cars, the beach and the ocean. I remember how I lost my sight as if it was yesterday. It was 2003 and I was in grade 1. It was lunchtime and I was walking to get my lunch. I turned around to see if my friend was coming, and just as I turned around, the kid behind me used a slingshot to shoot a lollipop stick at me, and it got me in my left eye. I did not return to my afternoon class because my eye was really swollen and sore. The only thing I remember after all that incident is that I started seeing small stars all the time, and whenever I tried to look at something it was really blurry. After I got hit I went straight home to my mother and she took me to the doctor straight away. At first we all thought that it wasn't very serious and that my eyesight would return to normal, except that I probably wouldn't see colors anymore. Instead my vision got worse and worse. My mom took me to an eye specialist to find out what is causing my sight to get worse. The eye specialist did all the tests to find out exactly what was causing me to see less and less every day. But nothing worked. The eye drops didn't work. Glasses didn't work, and we didn't know what was really wrong with my eyes. Then in August of 2005 we came to Canada to see another eye specialist. This time the doctor told my mother and me that the nerve in my eye was damaged. Actually the optic nerve was damaged and it could not be fixed. The eye specialist said to us that maybe someone out there was studying how to fix problems with the nerve. We tried going to specialists in the United States and other specialists in Canada, but no one could change the fact that I could no longer see like before. I returned to Jamaica and prepared myself for school in September. I could not sleep at nights because I was more focusing on what the students' reaction would be towards me. I cried many nights, punching up the wall and beating up myself for something that I could not help. As I returned to school on Monday morning, I was placed at one of the front desk in the classroom. Although the teacher placed me there, I still could not see very well enough to write off what is on the board. I removed myself from the desk and sat on the floor, where I could see a bit better. One would thought it would be a better thing for me, but the students were shouting at me to sit down because I had to stand up to see what is the first sentence on the board. After being through such nightmare, I was able to cope with the whole situation. My mom was working at the Ministry of Labor and Social Security, where she got a call from the mobility instructor at the Salvation Army School for the Blind in Jamaica. The mobility instructor was looking for people in the area for persons who are blind or visually impaired to attend their meeting in Ocho Rios. In September of 2007, I attended the Salvation Army School for the Blind in Kingston, Jamaica. It was a totally new experience for me, as I socialize with a person that has the same disability. During that time, it was sad for me to leave my parents to stay on campus for 6 years and 8 months. I was able to cope with the whole situation as I got used to the environment. However, I was taught how to play the piano, drums, guitar, bass guitar, recorder and track and field. This is when I started believing in myself and overcome all obstacles that prevent me from shining. It was not an easy task for me, but because of ethics and perseverance, I could accomplish my goals. On May 25 of 2014, I migrated to Canada with my mom. However, it was the happiest time in my life leaving Jamaica to meet new friends and experiencing the snow. The smile I had on my face, while leaving Jamaica, was so huge and bright as the sunlight. It is hard to remove a smile when there is happiness in your life. I love my dad to my heart, but to say goodbye to him was not an easy task to do. We both cried for 10 minutes or more. Then he walked away because there was no ending to our tears. In September of 2014, I started school at West Humber Collegiate Institute to further my education. The first year of school, I joined the track and field club, which I was inspired by my friend Akura. We were both in the same weight room class, when she told me about the track team. I had a fear of competing against sighted students, but after competing against those students, it becomes normal to me. My first timing was 16.76 seconds, which I got a gold medal for being the winner. I broke the record since 2004, and got accepted for my big race at OFSA. While at OFSA, I broke my personal best with 15.34 seconds. Last year, at OFSA I broke my personal best again with 14.09 seconds. I felt super energetic and happy at the same time. I was featured on 4 television stations and in the Toronto Star for Athlete for the Week. Over the years, I wasn't thinking about music, until I lost my sight. That is when I realized music had a big impact on my life. When I was a child, I used to wonder what life had to offer for someone like me. But now I see my talents are both legally and socially in this society. The past was a lesson, but the future can't be a mistake. Music is what really made me who I am today. I think that one should have confidence in themselves. If I could use 2 words to describe myself, that will be optimistic and perseverance.